Let's talk about the single most important part of why you don't have what it takes to win this lifestyle over. One would think it would be focused on the doing. We heavily promote why just doing it works, even in the presence of intense opposing emotions. But what if I told you that those opposing emotions are driven by life-altering spaces you can't seem to thrive in? The spaces you insist on being in, the friends you insist on having, and the places you insist on going. Let me take your mind into a different scenario. Picture stepping into life-shifting spaces driven by self-honoring choices. The doing part of your journey will flow naturally because nothing in proximity of you will be uncommon, unexpected, or unusual. In those spaces, you don't force it, you become it. You don't adapt to it because the habits you deeply desire to have is of normal practice for those in it. Yes, you do feel out of place, but in a good way. You will find that you're the only person that's not doing what's normal. The kitchen in your prior space may have been exuding the energy of an all-you-can-eat buffet of self-pleasure, but your new kitchen space exudes the energy of medicine, a sanctuary for healing, a space where every bite supports the version of you say you want to be. To make it simple, you've got to walk into rooms where overall health is a priority, where people talk about books, not just brunch, where quiet isn't awkward, but honored. That alignment, it changes everything. Like the Wizard of Oz, walking down the yellow brick road is personal. Every piece of you is desiring wisdom, courage, and heart. It's intimate. You're not just changing habits. You're unraveling trauma that created them. And that takes stillness and surrender. I used to hoard things tied to old memories, thinking I was preserving something scarce. But really, I was avoiding release. One recent discovery of mine, I used to talk a lot and still do a little. Not to necessarily entertain, but to silence the chaos in my mind. But when I learned to pause, to minimalize, to embrace silence, that's when my healing truly began. That's when my decisions started making sense. Don't get stuck in the doing phase. Doing is temporary. It doesn't promise consistency. Your environment does, because your space determines your attitude about life. It either feeds your focus or feeds your distractions. I was literally just telling a client, most people don't struggle with discipline. They struggle with something deeper like procrastination. And procrastination, it doesn't come from laziness. It comes from fear, from overwhelm, from not knowing where to start. The challenge isn't solely there. Procrastination or any other personal challenge doesn't hinder you from thriving. It's the enablers, the ones who are aware that you procrastinate but still sits on the phone with you for hours talking about nothing, or the one who knows you've been dieting and failing for a while but still sit across from you at a table while you both guzzle down poison that destroys the flesh. This doesn't make your enablers bad people. It just highlights the fact that you can't thrive in spaces full of mirrors when the version of you no longer want to be is always staring back at you. In a perfect world, we all have a chef, a butler, a wellness team, but be for real. You don't and you can't continue being you, this version of you, the version that may be listening to this right now. The great thing about new spaces where doing isn't tolerated but living it is, you can't lie. There's no version of you there that will enable you. There's no comfort in sight, no place to conceal. Every little thing is reflected in your actions. What was once common for you becomes uncommon. Where you once blended in, you're now the center of attention. You no longer have the luxury to be you. When you're ready, find your community and step into new spaces.
In my dreams, I'm never over you. Just trying to stay alive. No matter how I feel or what I do, yeah, I keep on wasting time.
For most of my life, I've walked a path carved out by my own 2 feet. Alone, not lonely though, just alone. I've always found peace in the company of myself, the order of my thoughts, the calm of my silence, the sound of my own voice. That was home. That is still home in many ways. I wasn't running from people. I just didn't see the need for many. I thought wholeness meant doing it all myself. healing, creating, growing, all in my own little corner of the world. But over time, that corner started to feel too familiar. It felt controlled and predictable. Then life started to shift for me, not forcefully, but gently. I found myself in community spaces, rooms filled with people who knew more than me about things I thought I had mastered. Food, fitness, mental clarity, discipline, purpose, all of the above. And suddenly I became a student again. Not because I wasn't already learning, but because connection became the classroom. And every personality I met, every voice I heard, became a new page in the textbook of my life. Now, don't get me wrong, being around a lot of people, that's never been my strong suit. Navigating different energies, temperaments, beliefs, I could go on. But over time, I stopped bracing myself for difference and started appreciating it. It didn't take long to realize we are far more alike than we are different. At the root of it all, we all want the same things. We want to be healthy, we want to be loved, we want to be disciplined, educated, and fulfilled. We want to feel like our life means something, that our journey is worth something. And what I learned in all of these rooms, at all of these events, and through all of these conversations is that connection speeds up transformation. When you surround yourself with people who live the life you want to live, you're more likely to get there. Why? Because community molds us, not into something we're not, but into someone we've been trying to become on our own. And that brings me here, to this space, to you. We are who we think we are. Whether we decide to accept it or not, we need each other. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like it, comment your thoughts, and share with your community.
No matter how I feel or what I do, yeah, I keep on wasting.